Okay, good morning. My name is Sarah, and I am going to talk about all the first page of this principal theme that are how the particles of the aerosol of the e-cigarette aerosol transport to the lungs. We are going to start that these particles don't have the same size. We can find smaller or larger. Um, these stars that they have the road is not a straight line. These have inclination of 90 grados, and that's it. The largest particles have a different possibility, have the most possibility than we can make her, his face through the mouth and finally in the throat, and then through of the all curves in the lung, and we can finally deposit in the mouth or the bronchial tracts of the lungs. For other way, the smaller trumpets, we can more easily to take these curves more easier, and we can found in the ends of the bronchial tree and enter in the aerobal sacs, and that's it. Okay, starting that we can note the thing that the smaller or larger particles are better because we have different perspectives, starting with the healthy perspective. If we have reset an asthma delivery, the smaller particles are better, but the if in the healthy perspective, the larger particles have a different obstacle because they they have a dangerous substance that likely to penetrate the lungs. What I want to say is that have a different perspective. The larger, the smaller have different benefits that is depends of the situation and of the perspective of the electronic cigarettes. Okay, of this, there is still some debate regarding in the evaluating of the investigation of some carriers that we can affect the glycerin, the vegetable glycerin, and the plurigen, plurigenol glycol. The problem are the chemical products affect in the health, and we can't not still determine how if they are bad, but at the moment, because there are new investigations, but at the moment we can determine that the piping significates bad contrary consequence in the health. Okay, the other question we can find in this part and have different problematics are how what are the different substances that we can find in the cigarettes, and this is a problematic that have different questions and answers, but starting that they can in the e-cigarettes we can find different substances that reverse of the that provide of the drugs that make the abstinence and have the abstinence that we can prove the drugs. If we can talk about the health, this is very contradictory because the lungs tissue are in contact with the blood vessels, and if you inhale drugs, this transfer to the blood easier, and but this depends of the drug. But if you know, we can transfer it automatically in the blood. Obviously, the electronic cigarettes are not comfortable with all the drugs, because we have different methods, but principle the drugs we can consume in illicit public substance, illicit substance in public that have a contradictory effect, that we call make that the people are in common in this public space, but we can the all the people are not inhalate this or consume this substance, but it's contradictory that he found the other people inhalating this in public. Okay, the other question is what might the other chemical be, and why is it dangerous? Okay, we detect different substance illicities that are the methamphetaminas, the drugs based in cannabis, like the THC and CBD, and the synthetic cannabis, the synthetic cannabis that we can find in e-liquids. Okay, in here the problematic are that we cannot establish the doses. If you inhalate THC or CBD, you can't use that for therapy groups, but are the doses that have the preoccupate. As I said, the dose has not been established for the desired effects. Okay, and finally, the other drugs like the cannabis or these terms have an alert in the world because these have an psychoactive substance that make that the people hallucinate and they may deteriorate an extreme impairment that make that they come to the hospital, and the electronic cigarettes make that we can consume these drugs in public. And that's it all. Thank you for your attention.